Hey everybody, it's Simple Snacks and Basic Bakes. Should that be my little theme tune? So, I'm going to give it a minute, let people arrive. It's me, Sarah Giggle, here for Simple Snacks and Basic Bakes. We've already put the oven on. Today, we're going to need a tin to put it in. You're going to need porridge oats. You're going to need golden syrup. Hi. Hi Simply Gorgeous Cake Company. Right, we're going to need Demerara sugar. Demerara sugar? I can never say. Demerara sugar. That sugar. Or brown sugar. We're going to need some raisins. And a big bowl. And also a pan. A pan to put them on. I need a bit of a bigger pan, I think. Let me have a look in the cupboard. Because we are making flapjacks. So I'm just going to use a small pan. So you need to firstly wash your hands. Hand washing time. So wash your hands. Don't forget, I'm gonna actually have to measure it all out with you guys today because I'm a little bit behind. But we're getting there. We're getting there today, we're just a bit slow. It's my first day off and I'm excited by that. So as I said everyone, the best little habit to get into is to put a little bit of water into the sink so that when you need to wash your hands, you can just dip your hands straight in the sink. That's my key tip, that is. So we're going to need 225 grams of butter, 225 grams of the brown sugar, 75 grams of porridge oats and 75 grams of golden syrup. We're making flapjacks. So, first things first, I'm going to put into the bowl is I've got my little weighing scales. I love these little scales. My little bargain buy one afternoon. No matter how many times you get them out, usually they're wrong. So we're going to have 275 grams. This is going to be the slowest pouring thing in the world. Pouring so slowly. Flapjacks time. Right, let me open the bag now. This is what I've actually been feeding my swan recently. For those of you who see my Instagram. Right, there's 100. I need another one. 100. 200. And 75. There we go. 275 grams of porridge oats. I've got these amazing little fixers which help to clip the bag shut. Amazing. So we're then going to put in 225 grams of Demerara sugar. Now this is a 500 bag, so you're roughly going to put half the bag. There's no scissors. I always seem to, everyone keeps saying, you always bake with your door open. Yep, I don't know why, I always seem to leave the door open like this. Not sure why. And yes, things always do attack me out of my cupboards. So, in goes, oh look, now the scale, there we go. Is that right? Wrong, here we go. 225 grams of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. There we go. So we're going to put that into the pan because we're going to heat the butter, sugar and syrup together before putting it into the porridge oats. We're going to put some raisins. I'm just going to throw raisins in, I think. So, I'm just going to throw a load of raisins into the oats mix. Till it looks a rough, nice mix. Oh, those ones just fell into my face. Right. As I said the other day, the best way to stop the golden syrup sticking to the spoon is to lightly grease it with some oil. Hi Lee, morning, flapjack time. Now, we need 75 grams of golden syrup, but obviously I don't really want to get the bowl dirty. So what you could do for this is find something to put in and then reset the scales to where they need to be. So, I'm going to reset the scales right the way around so that it says 0 when we get to the start. Maybe I'll do it with cling film. I forgot I've got cling film in the drawer. So I'm just going to put some cling film in because I don't want golden syrup all over everything. G2! How are you, G2? I hope you're good. Are you doing flapjacks with me? Are you making flapjacks with me right now? Right, I'm going to set my scales back to normal. There we go. Nearly there. So, tomorrow I'm also doing a live stream for the Female DJ Network. So you can catch me on there. Right, here we go. So you're going to put 75 grams of golden syrup. Oh, spilling everywhere. Once it doesn't go in the bottom, I'm not too fast. So we've got that's 25. Right, so if that's 25 grams, I'm going to throw that in. So basically, I'm just going to make a mess now. 1 spoon is 25 grams, so we're going to need 3 spoons, basically 3 teaspoons. Have you actually got the pan ready, Walshy? Wow, not going to lie, bit of a mess. Not going to lie, going to eat it. Right, wash your hands in the sink. Remember, if you put your fingers in your mouth, you've got to wash your hands after. Definitely nothing wrong with it going in the bottom of the pan. Nothing. Right, so make sure you've got all of your syrup in there. Rukia, don't try and put it into the cling film because it's ended up a sticky mess. So what you're going to do, oh, I'm just creating a mess today. Yep, golden syrup is a pain. An absolute pain. Right, I'm just making an almighty mess. I don't really care. And you need 225 grams of butter. Right, I'm going to eat that in a minute. Before I throw it on everything. Right, so roughly a teaspoon is 25 grams, people. So you need 3 teaspoons into the 3 teaspoons of golden syrup into your flapjack things. Don't mess about like I did. You now need 225 grams of butter. I bought some butter earlier and it's in a block. So I need virtually all of this because this is a 250 gram block. It's going to be a lot of flapjack here. So we need to take all other than one little bit. Just make sure. Yep, it's a 250. So we're going to take off a tiny piece of this. I'm going to throw it into the pan. I might as well start warming the pan up because we need all the syrup and everything to melt, and so that it's all melted together. And then once all this is melted in a mess, we then put it in with the oats. So the porridge oats and the raisins are here, waiting. Gotta love a flapjack. Yep, exactly that. Gotta love a flapjack. So we're going to melt the butter. I probably could have done this in the microwave. I'm very much a microwave fan, everybody. So I'm breaking up the butter, melting it down. Melting, melting. I'm going to melt the butter, the sugar and the golden syrup all in one bowl. And I'm going to pour it. Thank you everyone, Santa, look very nice. Hi Ali. This is not a very healthy one today, Ali, sorry. Ali's very health and fitness. I ought to get her to tell me a healthier option for flapjacks. So you're just going to melt all the butter and sugar together. Butter, sugar and syrup. I'm going to put that with the other mess that I made. People can probably tell by now I'm really funny about having loads of mess all over my hands. So, I've got the spoon, I can hear it bubbling away. You don't want it bubbling too much, so make sure it's all melting. The better option would have been to put this in a plastic bowl, but I broke my plastic bowl yesterday, so we've now got to deal with the metal bowl. So we're just going to melt all of this down. Perfect, look, there we go. So we've got, it smells lovely. We've got melted butter, we've got Zemera brown sugar, butter and golden syrup all mixing in here, melting it down till it's nice and melted. You want it so that the sugar and everything's all melted in and mixed carefully together. Try not to spill it too much. Want it lovely and golden, all mixed in. You want it as a nice even mix, everybody, so it's a nice liquid. So we're getting there, we've got to stir it a lot. Make sure you get all the butter, all the sugar, all mixed up, nice and together. There we go. Oh. Don't spill it like I keep doing. Obviously it is better to do it in a bigger bowl because then you could just add the porridge oats to this bowl that is cooking rather than having to do it the other way around. So I would rather have done it the other way around, like have a bigger bowl and have all of this in there at the end. But we're doing it this way. Now you're going to need to lightly grease your baking tin, all of it's going to cook in, so best thing to do is literally run the butter around your tray. There you go, done. Less mess. Less mess is definitely best. So make sure your sugar and your butter and everything is mixing and nicely melting. Turn the heat down a little bit because I want it to simmer. This is a lovely mix of the butter, the sugar and the oats. So mix it till the sugar's almost dissolved. You want it so it's a nice mix of both. Oh, it smells lovely. So once it's all melted and it's all, you'll feel that the sugar lumps have gone. It'll be a nice smooth consistency. The brown sugar, Zemera sugar, does take a little while to melt down. Hi Chris. So as I said, simple snacks and basic bakes every day. It's flapjack day today, so you need, I've made a lot of mess. You need golden syrup, sugar, you need porridge oats, raisins. So we've got our 225 grams of porridge oats there. We've got our, it's 275 grams of porridge oats. Hi Sam! We're just melting the sugar, the golden syrup and the butter. And we're about to add it to our raisins and our oats. Basically, you've just melted the butter, the golden syrup, and the sugar. So, 75 grams of golden syrup, and as the mess I created earlier shows, it's basically 3 teaspoons. 3 large teaspoons is 25 grams a teaspoon. Yep, so add that there. So oats, firstly you're going to put 225 grams of butter, 75 grams of golden syrup, and 225 grams of demerara sugar into the pot to melt. We're then going to melt it all down like we have. We've melted it all down. It should be a nice golden brown, smooth liquid. Oh, sorry, my alarm went off. So it's a nice smooth liquid. Don't know if you can see that. It's nice and smooth. That's the golden syrup, the sugar, and the butter. So we're now just going to pour it all over. Make sure you get all of it in. All over the flapjack oats. You're going to mix it all in so it's a nice gooey paste. Oh, it smells lovely. Oh. Right. So we've got that in there. So mix it all around so it's nice and gooey. You want every single oat covered in this mixture because otherwise you're going to end up with different bits. Now, once it's all mixed together nice, you're going to put it into your greased pan. So you're going to squash it in. Why are you squashing it in? Because if you squash it in, it actually makes it more solid in the pan, and it means that when you go to cut it, it's easier to cut. So basically we're going to put it into the pan. Oh, here we go. Making a mess as usual. I'm going to do 2 batches. This is actually loads. There is loads of flapjack here. Right, so squash it quite hard into the pan because that's where you get it so it won't break when you cut into it. So I'm just popping it all down, So I've got one like this, and I'm going to do one on a baking sheet because I haven't got my other pan with me today. So here we are, my flapjack is nice and squashed down into the pan. It looks so nice. Here we go, look. So it's all squashed in, and we're going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes to bake. Obviously you guys aren't going to wait around for 20 minutes, but this will bake in the oven, and I will show you the pictures after. I'm going to put the other bit into a slightly different pan, and we're going to do that one. So I hope you've all been enjoying these. What you could do, you could actually top this with the honeycomb you made the other day. Or you could have some flakes of this in with some yogurt. You can do anything with this flapjack recipe. So if there are any that you haven't seen or you want to catch up with, don't forget to go to the YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/SarahGiggle. You can find all of the recipes from Simple Snacks and Basic Bakes that I've been doing. Next week we've got cinnamon swirls, pizza swirls, cinnamon buns, cheese and bean dippers. There's so many on next week. I'll put up the post, and just go and get puff pastry this weekend though. Puff pastry is the key to loads of these. So people, I will catch you all next week, and I'll put all the recipes on here. Don't forget as well though, you can catch me live DJing tomorrow, 5 till 6 on the Female DJ Network.